The modern day understanding of monitoring spirits is rooted in like cultural understandings and spiritualism. Speaks a lot about spirits just spying on you or people getting knowledge from spirits that are spying on you. And I'm not saying that that can't happen, but what I am saying is that there isn't like an example of monitoring spirits in that way in the scripture. A lot of times people are giving the kingdom of darkness a lot of extra power and ability that causes a lot of fear in people. And it's important to note that um, God is protecting you. So no matter if you face someone that's monitoring you or have that spirit, God is protecting you. So um, you shouldn't be afraid. It shouldn't disturb your sleep at night. One way to know if you're being infected by um, an understanding of something that's causing you fear in your life. You can't sleep at night. You're constantly afraid. You think somebody's watching you. You're paranoid. That is an understanding that's not rooted in scripture. So, what I want to do is give you an understanding of monitoring spirits or the kingdom of darkness that is rooted in scripture with examples. So, the first scripture that I want to share with you guys is Psalms 37, verses 32 and 33. The wicked watches the righteous and seeks to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Demonic spirits work that way. So it is wise to understand and have discernment that people that have demonic energy that are working for the kingdom of darkness, they actually do watch you. And they're watching you with an intention to cause calamity, to cause hardship in your life. They're watching you to get into your business, to learn some weaknesses or something about you. So they actually are working under the power of evil. We need to realize that Satan monitored Jesus through people. So when God sent his son Jesus on this earth, he was constantly being watched. Satan was watching him, and because he had influenced the hearts of the scribes and the Pharisees, they were constantly watching Jesus. They were watching him to see if he would heal on the Sabbath. They were watching him to see if what he was going to say about certain scriptures. They were constantly building up this case against him. Um, so that is the spirit. That is the demonic darkness spirit. That is what it is. They were watching him to set him up for death. They wanted him gone. And that is the spirit that a lot of people have in this world. Now, it's important to note that spirit can be in the world, in people that aren't serving God. And then that spirit is also in people that claim to know God, that are religious. Because when you look in the scripture at the life of Jesus, it was the religious leaders that were watching him, they were monitoring him, that power to keep tabs on him and always know everything he said, know where he was going. Like that power within itself was from the kingdom of darkness. So, although the Bible doesn't speak about a monitoring spirit, that is a way that the kingdom of darkness works, and you have to be aware of it. If you are spiritually alive, your eyes are open, you can't just throw out monitoring spirits and say, this is not biblical because you heard some wonky teachings about it. There are many teachings that are just rooted in spiritualism and um, things that aren't really biblical, but they are part of like witchcraft teachings and ungodliness, people that do those type of things. But when it comes to a sound biblical teaching, you must know that that is a way that the kingdom of darkness works. But what did Psalm 33 say? The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. So God is not going to allow, especially if you're his child, you're walking with him in his ways. God is not going to leave you to those that are monitoring you. He's not going to allow them to condemn you and to judge you, because that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to build a case up against you. They're watching you. That's just what they did to Jesus. They were empowered by ungodly, evil spirits to monitor Jesus, to watch him, and they were trying to build up a case. But they didn't understand that Jesus was there as a sacrifice. They didn't know that it was written that he would lay down his life and he would pick it up again. He even told them, but they were so far gone into what they were trying to do in the flesh that they missed what God was doing in the spirit. So, what I want to say to you guys is, people have a spirit that they are watching you for evil. Now, it is a watching, monitoring spirit. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to pick out your weaknesses. They're trying to get into your business. They're trying to stop you from getting an opportunity. They're trying to keep you from getting close to certain people. They're trying to control you, manipulate you. And yes, some of them are in witchcraft. Some of them are doing darkness behind the scenes that you can't see, you know? And that's the thing. That's why God says the wheat grows with the tares. That's why he says, beware of the wolf that is in sheep's clothing. Just because everyone says they're of God, it doesn't mean that they're really serving God in their prayer closet. You don't know what's in people's prayer closet. They might have some charms in there, lucky rabbit foot. They might have some voodoo dolls. You do not know unless God shows you and enlightens you. And he will. If you know this scripture, he will show you if someone has a monitoring spirit and it's not for your good. A person with the spirit of God in them, they watch people for God's glory. They want to pray for that person. They want to give them a word. They want to encourage that person. So it's not that you're watching someone, it's not that you're monitoring someone, it's the intention behind it, it's the spirit behind it. Some people are just not good socially. Like, they'll be all in your business, they'll be asking you questions, but they just aren't socially, like, they don't have good social etiquette. So you can't just dismiss everyone that's a little bit different as having a monitoring spirit. And we're going to continue in the next video on the signs to look for when a person has a monitoring spirit that is demonic. So stay tuned, keep watching, and y'all be blessed.